Hi everyone, and welcome to another great car here on the Car Reviews podcast with CollectorCarCanada.CA. Today I'm really excited because we have a repeat car on the website. So this is going to be lot 253. It's a 1967 Buick Skylark two-door hardtop. You can see no post behind me. And this was sold by Collector Car Canada in 2022. I was just looking at the listing to refresh my memory on some of the specs, but we'll get the lot number of the prior listing on the listing for this one, number 253, so you can compare. You can even see what it sold for last time to get a sense of the market. So again, a 1967 Buick Skylark two-door hardtop. It comes with a 300 cubic inch Buick engine, numbers matching, a Rochester 2-barrel carb, and it's got a GM 300 2-speed automatic transmission. There are a few more details about the powertrain on the detailed listing. Again, lot 253. For now, I'll give it a crank. Let's hear it start up, and then we'll take a listen to the engine. So this is a warm start. The car's been running today. It's a beautiful day in Cayuga, Ontario, which is where the car is being offered. So without further ado, so a nice even start, no trouble at all. I can even from where I'm sitting, I can hear the rumble of the V8 through the dual exhaust with the polished exits. So I'm going to head over and grab the camera on which you're watching me, and we'll take a closer look at this 1967 Buick Skylark two-door hardtop, aka lot 253 on CollectorCarCanada.CA. So there's a good 3/4 look at it from the driver's side. I will add, because of our familiarity with the car, that this car was restored under previous ownership. And as I said earlier, the owner this time, so the seller this time, bought it off the website in 2022. It had just been freshly repainted in the original color of burgundy mist. We've got the paint code on the detailed listing. We've even got the name of the body shop that did the paint over in Guelph, Ontario. There's also some information who did a lot of the mechanical work at that time. I happen to know by memory it was an outfit called Norm's Esso in Guelph, Ontario. So cruising on in to get the hood, we'll have a look and listen to the engine. So this car, there's no hood release in the cabin. We just released it here. And then as that latch is pulled, almost had it there. Here we go. Little trickier one-handed with the camera, as you gather. So there's a good look at the Buick 300. I'll cruise on in on the chrome air cleaner. It is dusty, but I do read Buick Wildcat power on that air cleaner. And I'll take a look at the valve cover, setting out the 300 cubic inches with the 2-barrel carb. So again, a Buick 300 cubic inch engine with a Rochester 2-barrel carburetor. The car is equipped with air conditioning. However, the compressor you see is non-functional, even though you see the belt spinning on it. The owner, the seller this time, is including a new compressor, but it's uninstalled. So the new compressor will be in the trunk when the new owner picks up the car. So we'll get in a little closer and hear those belts. You can see that alternator blade spinning too. And the rad fan. The data plate, which will decode on the detailed listing, is still in place. Here's a look. So I'll button that up. Oh, there's even an Optima battery. But we'll button up that hood, and I can't resist the temptation to give you a sound of those pipes at idle in the rear. We do have several videos of the car driving, both from inside and outside the car. You'll get a better sound of the engine and exhaust at load, but here's the sound of the exhaust at idle. No mistaking a 60s V8. This one from the General's Buick division. So as well as that growling sound, you got to see dual exhaust and chrome exits. So I don't think we need the engine running for the rest of the video. I'm going to shut her down. You can see the ignition is mounted in the dash, not in the steering column. So let's take a look at the exterior of this 1967 Buick Skylark two-door hardtop. So a couple period pieces I notice. I notice those vent windows, which are great. As I said earlier, the AC's compressor is not functional. So until that compressor supplied by the owner goes into the car, the vent windows are an effective way to get some cross draft going to keep the car cool. It's a warm day here in Cayuga. I'm really pleased that the weather has changed. We're shooting this on April 28th, 2025. So you can see that burgundy mist really shines nicely in the sun. When we get over to the other side, you get a good view of it in the shade. I can see wheels and tires that I want to tell you about. These were mounted in 2021 by the previous owner, our prior seller. They're BF Goodrich radial TA black walls, and they're a 205/70 R14. I think they had an S speed rating, but we'll get in closer to check that speed rating. You can see the knockoff look center hub is Buick logoed, Buick badged, but these are not the original wheels. We've got a whole host of original literature for this car that goes along with it, and on it we noted that the car was originally supplied to the original selling dealer in Pennsylvania with I think it was deluxe wheel covers, but the point of what I'm saying is that they're wheel covers, and these alloy wheels would not have been originally supplied. So I had it right, I think. I think I see an S for speed rating on the 205/70 R14s. And a profile view of the radial TAs, 14-inch on the Buick logoed chrome wheels. You can see underneath we've got four-wheel drums all around, which probably would serve to explain those wheel covers. Typically from the factory we don't see wheels with perforations big enough to see the brakes unless there are disc brakes underneath. So the original setup of four-wheel drums still in place in this car. I like this chrome appointment here with the gill. It complements the entire chrome base of the car nicely. So good bit of chrome. I won't call the chrome perfect, but it's quite presentable. I think this chrome is probably original, probably was not refurbished when the car was painted in 2021, but I'm just guessing. It looks very good. It does not look like it was refinished 4 years ago. Same with on the door handles. You can see some slight imperfections on the door handles, but all in all, quite presentable. You can see the fender skirt in place. This is a place where if a car is not well cared for, you often see rust bubbles on either side of this gap I'm running my fingers along. Nice and smooth on this one, evidence of a quality repaint in 2021. And you still can see those Buick emblem chrome wheels in place, even under the fender skirt. Matching set of tires all around with the Goodrich radial TAs 205/70 R14. Vinyl roof in place, that's original. And for an original feature, certainly. Couldn't tell you if it's the original roof. I suspect it is. But if it is original, we can probably conclude this car has been indoor kept, because at 58 years old, this roof would otherwise be showing some decay. And I see it to be in quite nice condition. Here's a good look of it on the sun side, on the driver's side. A neat sort of appointment at the back of the C pillar here with the vinyl on the inside on the back glass. And you can see that glass has been in place a long time, and looks from that sticker being CA, not AAA, that this car has been in Canada quite a while. Cruising on back to get a look at the rear view. So there's a chrome Skylark badge. Chrome bumpers, both front and rear, look to be in very nice condition. I don't see the same imperfections on the chrome bumpers I did on the strip along the rocker. Same with this chrome strip along the rear between the tail lights. Looks very good. And around the taillights, we do see a little bit of that imperfection we saw on the rockers. Skylark badge here, and Buick above the keyhole for the trunk. We'll get a look at the trunk in a moment. Reverse lights incorporated within the bumper, same on each side. And then again, those I'm going to say aluminum finished exits, but certainly metal, and quite presentable looking. Working our way to the passenger side, you can see what the paint looks like in the shade. Now we're against a red building. I liked it for the background on the other side, but of course we're going to get some reflection on this shiny paint. Maybe it's a better view of the chrome strips, both on the fender skirt and along the length of the rocker. Get another look at the vinyl roof from this side. Again, I'm not going to tell you the vinyl roof was brand new, but I don't see any imperfections on it. Very well cared for. Another look at a vent window, this one on the passenger side. And an antenna in place. So a telescopic antenna, manually operated. We'll get to the sound system in a moment. And there's a good look at the front right BF Goodrich radial TA 205/70/14. Good look at the front bumper. As I say, the chrome bumpers look to be in nice shape. I'd say the same about the grille. The only imperfection I'd say on this front end is I think the seller of the car has been a bit of a bug killer this spring. He might have been out for an evening drive since the last time the front was detailed. But yeah, that burgundy mist paint applied in 2021 certainly retains its luster. This building we're shooting beside is where the car lives. So it's indoor stored, certainly not winter driven in the current owner's ownership tenure. So that's a good look at the exterior of the car. Even the chrome wiper arms and blade supports are pretty presentable in front of the venting for the cowl. Moving our way to the interior. So as soon as I opened the door, I kind of immediately took a look at the hinges. They're nice and clean. There's a VIN plate there too. We've got that decoded on the detailed listing. And the familiar say 1983 circa body by Fisher emblem, as you'd see on any pre-84 or 83 GM car. Door card, quite presentable, shows some wear, but certainly no tears. The vinyl to be in I'll say decent patina condition. No tears, as I say, but it shows a little wear from its 58 years of service. And a strip of carpet down here on the base of the door card. Interior is black. The seats are vinyl. I like showing the imperfections, as frequent viewers of these videos would know. And this one, the front bench shows a split in a seam on the bench here. So please note that. And that armrest flips up. We don't have a center belt for this car, so I'm going to call it a 5-passenger, even though there's a bench in the front. Climbing on in. Sweeping 120 mile per hour speedometer. You can see there's an analog clock to the right of the speedometer, but that's not running. We'll call that inoperable. And temperature gauge over on the left with oil light, temp light, and generator warning lights. The lights and wiper knobs below the speedo on the left, and over on the right there's a lighter. 2-speed automatic on this GM 300. So you can see there's only one low gear marking. So the when we get to the trunk, you're going to see a big subwoofer. So the owner this time is the current owner has changed the sound system around. Please look at our detailed listing for details on that. And here's a look at the HVAC controls. I do use the AC in HVAC deliberately because this is an air-conditioned equipped car. However, the compressor currently installed is non-functional, inoperable, and the owner is including a new compressor with the car for the new owner to install. You have speaker under there, nice Skylark emblem. I took a decent look at the dash earlier. Didn't find any cracking there, so a black dash in nice shape. I had to pull the camera back because these fuzzy dice are in place. Always fun. Good vinyl sun visors in place, and what I believe to be the original rear view mirror, and an aftermarket mirror on the passenger side sun visor. Crank windows, and there's a good look at that vent window as well. Crank windows in the front and also crank windows in the rear, so that this hardtop coupe without the pillar really opens up when the windows are down. Taking a bit of a look at the exterior, you can see the release for that front seat. I'll pop it up, and it's hinged a little bit forward than it is on the outside than it is on the inside, allowing for a little more space for ingress and egress in this area here. So rear bench, and in the back there are 3 seat belts. So as I say, a 5-passenger car. Ashtrays in the rear as well as in the front. I didn't show you the front ashtray, but you can see a picture of it on our detailed listing. Nice and clean. I can't resist showing this ashtray to you, being that it's so clean. And I also forgot to mention that what looks like a storage compartment is just at rest sitting there, and some stereo controls with a couple of cup holders. So this piece, if you want the real factory look, certainly it's removable. Couple of speakers on the rear deck, and we'll take a look around here at the trunk. The key here in my pocket, and there are some personal effects in there, but the thing I really wanted to show you was the subwoofer. As you see, a spare tire. It's a Cooper, so it doesn't match the BFGs on the car. The original jack spare tire kit in place with the tire iron. And there's customers got some, or the seller rather's got some tools and fluids, even some lawn chairs for the next car show, I suppose. But the personal effects don't come included with the car. There's a good look at the Rockford Fosgate subwoofer. So one more walk around, and we'll move to some closing thoughts. Again, burgundy mist paint. The GM factory code is on the detailed listing. So that's our look at the 1967 Buick Skylark. Again, finished in burgundy mist on a black interior. I say Buick Skylark. I should say Buick Skylark 2-door hardtop. Again, powered by the 300 cubic inch Buick V8 with a Rochester 2-barrel carb. Made it to a GM 300 transmission, driving or sending power rather to the rear wheels only. It's going to be lot 253 on CollectorCarCanada.CA. Again, that wraps it up. Thank you for watching, and on to the next car.